Look at Vic.
That.
Vic's the Thanos of live streaming. It's just gone. Fuck you, I'll do it myself.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode, looking at the screen to find out what the number is, 300 and... The screen's
25.
25! Thanks.
This is where he realises he's left it on from last week.
No, I haven't. I've actually updated it. Episode 325 of the UK Vape Show. Yes, there is a giveaway, so please stick around.
Oh, that one's for you.
Please hang around.
Please stay until the end.
Don't forget, your thumbs up pay for it.
So, let's go round, starting off at the bottom with Mr. Aiden.
I didn't know her at the bottom, but obviously I do now. Why am I at the
No, he
bottom?
says it as if we know.
Yes, it's down there, below me.
Because you
down
were
there.
late.
I was late. Screaming abdabs in my house. I'm on the Boost 2, which I absolutely love. I know Adam enjoys a good old Boost 2.
Oh, I do.
I've also had a normal Boost as well, which I had a minute ago, which was quite
Oh,
nice.
I love those. Can't eat them now because I'm diabetic, but I love those.
Well, so am I. So, sorry, I'll just have a bit more numbness. On my normal Blaze, which I absolutely love, I've then took out the G2 with the Hadron RDSA on top. Loving that. And I've got some of the Fancy in there, which is quite nice.
Very nice.
Lilt.
From the wonderful Shy Tots. Then, keeping with the Hadron theme, I went with Hadron Plus with the Aromarizer Vito on top of there. And I had my dinner and I fancy something a little bit sweet, as you can tell. Come on, there we go.
Oh,
Jam
Crimson Seed.
Tart, which I absolutely love, from Rochford Project. New flavour coming out from him very soon.
We don't
I
know what the
need
fuck
to
it is, so
open
don't
it,
bother
I know
asking.
it's there. We've got the Geek Vape touchscreen, which is a really good review coming out for that one, I can be asked. With some Shy Tops Whiplash. I absolutely love that as well. And just to keep with the thing, a bit of Biff Bar.
Is that one of those 50 milligram fuckers?
50 milligrams, which... Let me explain to you. It's illegal to sell them, but it's all right to have
It's
one.
all right to use them, just can't sell them. Just can't sell them. It's
If
50
anybody wants to
milligram
buy
though.
one, get in touch.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No comments.
Knock. Hello, is that are you Miss Aiden Crew? Yes, you have reason to believe you are selling knockoff.
Don't worry about it. It won't be the police. It'll be just fucking YouTube, because they keep thinking I've been selling stuff for years.
And that was Aiden, Mr. Little Bro Vapes, on to Adam, Mr. RetroVapeTV, with his Riot Squad shirt on.
I'm just having a drink and all.
Yeah, I know. That's what I picked on.
You know he's got that for
He does it
free.
every week.
Yeah, I have. Oh, like that. T-shirts. I'm down for that. So, this evening, let's start with it. 50 milligram. 50 milligram Orion bar by Lost
What are you doing the 50? I'd see if I vaped that, I'd fucking pass out.
It would be hilarious if he collapsed now. I swear to God.
Or threw up.
Yeah, that was big and brave.
I don't know, but the way you were taking that in your mouth, mate, I'd be taking you out.
Do you know the worst thing? I haven't shaved for about 18 months, and it's literally, every vape that you get,
It
it
hangs
just
around.
sits here.
Yeah.
Oh, it just sits here.
Yeah, it hangs around.
You feel like your nose is running all the time. I'm on the Vinci Q.
Well, that's a good little kit, that.
Do you know what? I'm shockingly surprised with it. It's cracking. I've got some deluxe.
It's only got a
rhubarb.
small battery, hasn't it?
It's got a 900 more battery for a
Yeah,
1.2 ohm coil. It's lasting forever.
Yeah, it lasts a good couple of days, that.
But you've got to think, like, the competitors towards that are more of like a 1,800 nowadays.
Yeah.
Some are even two.
The competitors have got 50 milligram in them and the 3,500 puff. But I was pleasantly surprised with it, if I'm going to be honest. Just to keep up with appearances, Boost 2, B60, 0.4 coil in there. Delightful. And I've got some deluxe passion fruit and rhubarb in that as well. I adore that flavour. And then, finally, I'm on the... we're not sure if this has come out or not, but got it from a shop. As a sample to a shop, so I'm under no NDA or anything.
No, you're
so
not.
even if it hasn't, we're sound. It's the Lost Vapes Centaurus box, but it's weird and funky and new, not the old Centaurus box. So it's shiny.
Yeah,
I've got the
that's a
recurve
new
on top of there. I have got some of lemon lush in there.
Very nice.
Toot toot.
Very, very nice.
Very, very
Very
good. Very,
nice.
very nice. I've also got a Titan bar in front of me as well. Because I'm cheap.
Nice.
Is the candle still there?
Eye candle.
Yeah, no, it was a candle last time, wasn't it? On the coffee table.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I
It's
forgot it
still
was
there,
there.
look.
The coffee table's not there anymore.
No,
Fight away.
I've got a coffee table.
It's a 3D printer.
Exactly. But yeah,
It's up in the tree here.
I've also got some van installation behind me as well.
Okay.
Just to show off.
I thought you were a big thermos.
It is a giant flask. And that's me done. Cheers. Oh,
And
hot
that was
chocolate.
I'm going to be very quick. So.
that was Adam. And now we're moving on to Sean, who's in the middle of a holiday in a tropical island.
Yeah, I've gone to the Bahamas because I'm not very well, and I need to get somewhere warm. I'm poorly, but
Have you got makeup on?
no,
Have you got a bit of foundation on?
It does look like it's got foundation on.
mate,
Not
I'm
very
not being
pretty.
funny, right? If I had makeup on, I can guarantee I would have covered that up.
His airsoft shot.
Yeah, that's what I got shot in the head at airsoft. But it was a corker of a shot. Like, I've got to be honest, it's still sore as well from Sunday. But anyway, I am solely on the Drag X Pro because I can't vape on anything else at the minute because I've got a bad throat and a bad chest. So I'm on that and with some Ribrian. And that is me.
Yeah, Sean's got a bit of a cold, folks.
Oh, I'll be giving me that one we're sharing in the van.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
no, I've
you're
been-
bound to
I've
get
been
it
hammering
Saturday.
I've been hammering the
50
the
milligram.
cold and 50 minutes. No, I've been hammering the cold and flu tablets. So hopefully, yeah, I'll have either got rid of it or had an overdose by fucking Saturday.
Yeah. Sat there
We'll do when he
screaming
turns
from
up
his
his hat.
Benadryl.
Yeah, Benadryl.
Sat there just skimming off the top.
Cavonia.
Come on
Hey, you'll be all right if UK Andy's there. If UK Andy's there on Saturday, just get some of that Jaeger tea down you. You'll be
Yeah,
sound.
Yeah, get some of the
You won't be able
tea
to
down.
drive home, right?
Yeah,
No.
we'll be fucked on the way back.
You
Anyway,
don't want
that
to sleep
was-
in the back of my van anyway. Just imagine Aiden folded over the top of my flip over sword.
Hey, come on, son. Don't be dreaming about me being bent over.
Hey.
So
You
I guess
know,
it's
my
over
mate's
to me.
bending you over.
It's the usual kit for me, .mod.aio version 1. I think this is the version 1. Still got the little Pandora.rba sitting in there. Very nice. Very nice. With the very last dregs, that's the wrong one. With the very last dregs, I need to order some more of this, of Tennessee. They like their long names, Simply Leaf. Tennessee Dark Fire Cured. And it does
I was
actually...
100% certain that said Tennessee Firecum. You didn't turn that fast enough. You didn't turn that anywhere near fast enough.
Well, he has got diabetes.
On the Blotto SL class version 2, I've got Black Vine in this, of course. And talking about Yee SX Mini stuff, G class still with the peeling paint even more at the back.
I think they're
Update,
actually going on
update,
Sunday.
update.
They're going at the weekend now.
Update. I think mine started.
Hold up to the camera. Well, you're getting yours on the side. See,
Yes,
my
that's not
side
even
plate's
paint,
all
is
right.
it? That's not even paint on the side.
Well, there's
I haven't
it's
even-
the
No, it's not. It's a mark. It's
That's
all right.
a
Mine's still
mark.
sound.
Yeah, his one's still fine. Fucker.
Mine's still fine.
Yeah, Aiden's is fine as well. And I think, well, Sean never fucking uses this. His is bound to be fine.
I will be once I fucking get someone to put on it the weekend.
G-Class 2 with the blazing top, with some new versions, or new version of the peach custard in here that I've dropped a little bit of mango into, and I'm regretting it, shall we
Oh
say.
yeah, mango and the no. What custard do you use?
TFA, no, Capella V1. See, I thought dropping mango in there, just a bit of mango, would lift up the peach. All I can fucking taste is mango. That's all I can fucking taste now. And it was only 0.5%. 0.5%.
No, it
Mango.
needs to be like 0.25, if anything.
Fucking, I thought it'd be a brilliant idea, but I was completely fucking wrong. So I need to vape through this before I can get back into.
I must
the
admit, I'm
normal
an
stuff,
absolute fucking shit mixer. I'm just no good at it. I've tried it loads of times. Every time it comes out, it just doesn't taste right.
Oh, I've made loads of mistakes. Loads of fucking
I
mistakes
love
here.
mixing, but I've just not got the patience for it.
Yeah, you need patience. You do, especially if you're trying to nail something.
Yeah,
And you're the kind of person that doesn't give up, which is what I'm. But the original peach
I
custard.
go to these recipes exactly what they want. I even went to bought some druggy scales as well, and I do all this like weighing out and pipette it and all this shit. And you think, right, I'll wait for a little while, and then I vape it and think I can't taste anything except VG.
My problem is I can make a cracking recipe, but it's exactly the same as when I used to cook. I could make a cracking recipe, but did I write it down?
No, you
You
didn't.
can make a cracking recipe, but no fucker will eat it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It just gets sat on the side, and I go like, I'll have that in a bit.
Check.
The best thing about it, I leave it on the side, and it starts to go a lovely colour, and then I look at it and I think, what the fucking hell is that? And the problem is I don't write a label on it or anything like that, so I smell it and I'll go, I've got a bottle that I've had for about 2 years steeping. I didn't touch it. I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what, once I had loads and loads of bottles of juice that had been left over. This was a time like when you actually had nicotine. And what I did was I just tipped them all in one great big bottle and thought, right, I'm going to try and vape this. It were absolutely gorgeous.
Was
I'm not
it?
saying that your Mark's lemon used to be about 16 different bottles of lemon, all thrown into one bottle.
Well, his is actually, if I remember rightly, something like, was it called one quid bottles or 1 quid something?
Oh, £1
And a load of
liquid.
them.
1 quid liquid.
Yeah.
And what he used to do is like get loads of them, just stick it all in a bottle and then mix it.
Yeah.
And he always leaves it in the fridge.
Does he?
Mm.
Oh, bless him.
Mind you,
He's got
that
this
way
ginormous like sort of sauce bottle thing, and he leaves it in the fridge.
that way the nicotine doesn't go off because it's in the fridge.
Doesn't go brown.
There is
You look a
nothing
little
wrong
bit
with my
poorly
tea
there,
bag.
Sean. Do you think it might be the 4 bottles of red wine you've had in 2 days?
It might be. Oh, yes. Yes, it might be, to be honest. It might be just be an extra long hangover. Yeah.
Have you got any Bishop's Finger for tonight?
I'm on some Krabby's ginger beer.
Oh, ginger beer, that's good stuff, that, Krabbies.
Look, you can actually see the beach in the thing. Video bottles.
Video bottles. It's the future. I've tasted it.
Yeah.
So it has
I'm
been a
not
couple of
feeling
rough
better.
days.
It has. Very, very, very rough. I had 2 bottles of wine on Tuesday night. Then I had a bottle of wine on 3 Men and a Vape last night. And yeah,
That's a
shouted
starter for
catcock.
me.
That's a start.
Shouted catcock for a bit, and then that was it.
That's the only problem with wine, isn't it? When you get into wine, it's like only 4 glasses.
I can't do wine. It gives me a headache.
Well, it depends on the size of the glasses. I've got a fucking I've got one of them glasses in there that takes a Lynn got me it. Takes a full bottle,
Oh,
one
fuck.
glass.
Oh, I couldn't be
full
doing that.
bottle of
You
wine.
got too warm.
Wait, wine's supposed to be at room temperature anyway. Red wine.
Red wine, yeah, it's supposed to be room temperature. White wine, no. I'm not really a massive, great big fan of red wine, as you know. I try to have Coca-Cola with it.
I mean, you see, there's people out there that'll go around trying loads of different wines and like testing different ones and all that kind of thing.
So I have had
I can
sommelier.
kind of find a one. And then that's it. I'll stick to it for ages in case I fucking waste a fucking tenner on a bottle.
I have
don't know.
had minor sommelier training, which is wine tasting and wine serving, and having to learn about the grapes and shit like that. Honestly, and the pH levels and all this boring
All that
stuff.
stuff,
I thought it'd be brilliant to start learning it because when I was working in bars and restaurants and things like that, I was like that sponge. I wanted to learn anything and everything that you could. Could I drink it? No. I once sold on New Year's Eve.
Sponges don't like red wine.
Oh, listen,
You ever
right?
tried to clean red wine up with a sponge?
Listen,
It's a fucking nightmare.
I was working New Year's Eve at one of the restaurants, and I was speaking to this couple, and the way, honestly, I don't know how I did it, but I sold them a bottle of £400 red and a bottle of £400 white on the acknowledgement that it must be good. It's been in the Bolton Abbey winery for God knows how long, and then come down to us. And we've got it in the wine cellar, and it's £400, so it must be good. And they went, "We like your honesty." I went, "I don't drink it. It tastes like piss." And, because they were so used to silver service, the fact that someone was just completely brutally honest about it, they kind of went, "All right." I went, "I'll have a look on my app." I had there's a wine cellar app, and I scanned the label and went, "It's got a really good review though." And they went, "Go on, it's New Year's
Fucking
Eve."
10 minutes later, he turned on and says, "And you're fucking boring as well."
I did.
I'm not being funny, love, but do you know how that bottle of wine's been for 400 odd years? Now fuck off.
Yeah, leave me alone.
I went to one of them wine tasting things when we were in France. I
Did you get to
got
spit?
absolutely hammered. Apparently, you're supposed to spit it out. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm not spitting it out. I was rolling by the end of it. And you know what I'm like when I've had a good old beer, I get louder and louder, and I'm trying to make everybody laugh. And that were a good afternoon.
Worst thing is when he's doing bottle flip in the middle of the room.
The best thing about it, the bloke as well, when we started off, he were only giving me like a little bit at the bottom. And I'm going, "These stingy, aren't you?"
The fucking tide's gone out.
Everybody's going around with a bucket. I thought they wanted me to put a quid in it or something like that. And I'm like, it wasn't. They were all spitting it in. I don't know what you're spitting it out for. Don't spit it out. That's rude.
It's
Yeah,
when you've
Glenn
had that
Watson
much to
said
drink,
Aiden's
the bucket
Aiden's
comes round and you go
swallows.
like that.
Aiden done spitty swallows.
That's it. Yeah, of course you do. Straight down, son.
Good practice, mate. Good practice.
It is, yeah. It's just so you get that top on the back of your head.
Hold on, Bill. You gave the Gear Falcon to your son, the most expensive 8-bay charger, and you went, "There you go, son." And I go, "Don't fucking buy your own."
You've now become a man. Instead of getting car keys in the vape world, what you do is you give away expensive chargers.
Yeah, the Gear Falcon's a fucking expensive 8-bay charger, I know, because I bought one of the fucking things.
I honestly, I can't talk about vaping. I realised that I am a complete and utter noob before we even started.
Oh, you fucking well,
Oh, mate, honestly, I will break the news to everyone. And Aiden, you missed this, right? So I'm walking through the Centaurus box. I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's really, really good." And starts having a little vape. And little did I know, I did drip. Right? Let it have a little drip. I went. But then, literally nothing came out. And I was like, "Okay, that's a bit weird." Took the drip tip off. Realised that I've fucking picked the recurve up. I've had it nice and clean. So it's been sat on the side with no wick in it. So I've pissed juice straight out at bottom at recurve. Not wicked it. I went, "I've realised why it's not working, boys." And I went like that.
Yeah, there's no
It's got
fucking
no
wick in it.
fucking wick in it. So tonight is my first night at vaping.
Yeah. He's a
so I
complete
can't
noob.
talk
So
about it.
Adam,
Let
how
us
you
know in
find
chat
it?
stupid things that you've done. Obviously, I think we've all chased a dragon at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But not chased a dragon, obviously.
No,
burnt
we
it.
haven't said Dragon Myth. That's not something we can talk about.
No, we all haven't got a silver paper, but no, you know what I meant? Taste, touch, the lip
Kissed,
thing.
kissed,
Yeah,
kissed
kiss
the
the
dragon.
It's the dragon, yeah. Obviously, don't chase it. That's not good. If anybody has got any problems with that, go and see somebody called Frank. Apparently,
And obviously, any people in chat as well, who is actually going to Expo on? Wait, who's going to be there?
Actually, no, what we'll do a poll. We'll do because I like polls because
Get your poll out.
it's polls.
No, Adam.
well,
can't
you're
ask him that.
talking about that. You're going there, aren't you?
Going where? Yeah, Poland at the end of this month. I'll be leaving
See how I
on.
brought that in then.
I'll be
eh?
leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's a
So
play
you
with
know,
words.
Vic, me and you'll be skipping queues.
Yeah. 24th, I'll be leaving. Coming back on the evening of the 27th.
Wow, short trip.
I'll
I'm
be
just waiting
visiting.
for Vic's poll to come up saying who's going to be in Poland.
Are you going to Expo?
If anyone sees me in Poland, please come and say hello.
No, we'll put in a maybe in case for people that they haven't decided. Ask your community. Ding. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Now I'm not going to be able to see anybody's fucking thing now.
I know, fucking hell.
I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin it to the. How do you pin?
Press pin.
What?
Report
So if I
poll.
press close poll,
Yeah, close it. I've just reported it.
No, what the fuck's it
I
doing?
haven't
for
really.
fuck's sake, I just closed the
so
fucking
if I
window.
close poll, that's not going to do it. Oh, there we go. That's better.
It just says go
If you
to poll.
choose, if you make a choice, it goes away. I think.
There we go. I've made a choice.
It's not letting
Well,
me.
doesn't it actually get bigger?
It's
Right,
not
didn't it
letting
went
me.
to the top?
It's not letting me pin the fucker.
It is. It's right up top. You have to,
Once you've made your choice, it goes to the top.
yeah,
All right.
make a choice.
I can go to your channel though, which is quite nice.
Right, let's
Look at all
pop
this
out.
technology.
Pop out.
Hey, we
chat.
didn't have this when we were using VC, did we?
No,
No.
we didn't.
Look at that.
VC was great because you could pop the cameras out. You could pop each camera out.
And just move them around. Can't fucking do that with Zoom.
Well, you can. The way I do it on 3 Men and a Vape Show is you have to select 3, you know, like us or 4 of you,
Yeah.
singly, and then cut it down to when they're on, and then move it around.
Oh no, that'd be too much fucking hassle. So it's like.
Well, it's not if you have the same casters every week. It just stays there.
Oh yeah, true. Very true.
Just going back to chargers, I haven't bought a charger since I first started, and I've still got all the same 3.
Oh,
I've got just got a dual cell 9-core charger that I've had since day dot. It's got 0.5, 1 amp, and 2 amp charging, and it does everything that I need it to.
Well, you'll remember when I think it was either my first expo or my second expo, we went to EFAN, and they gave us them batteries, right?
I
So
remember
we
them.
did a review, and on the review of the battery, I'm like, I don't know anything about batteries, but they work, you know what I mean? And they've been charging fine and discharging, and they're absolutely fine, but I can't tell you the specs, and if you want to go see that, you need to go to Battery Mooch. But they then sent me a charger. I've still got that one, and then I got another one from eFest. They sent me another one. I've got a little 2-bay one that I take when I go away and stay over.
Yeah, the eFest chargers are good.
Yeah,
chargers.
but they've not. They stay there.
The batteries are a bit.
It's one of them other things that if it doesn't break, you don't really need to buy another one, do you?
I mean, the reason I went through so many chargers is because X-Star, when X-Star first popped up, they were releasing a shitload of chargers, and they kept fucking sending me to, and I've got 7 chargers up in the studio that I don't use anymore. So here I've got the Gear Falcon 8-bay. Up at the studio, I've got the X-Star Dragon charger, which is a 4-bay, and I've got the X-Star X4, which is the older 4-bay, and I've got another 7 fucking X-Star chargers, the VC2, the VC4, the VC8, which they never released actually, and that's just sitting there
We
gathering
sell
dust.
loads of X-Stars. Loads.
They're good chargers. They are
I've
good
got an
chargers.
X-Star. I've got an 8-bit X-Star.
You
The only
needed
problem
them all
with
though.
them
Can
is-
you remember when you bought all them batteries?
Oh yeah.
You bought this like bulk batteries, all that were it from Fogstar, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Fogstar. I set up a bit because I said to the guys at Fogstar, look, if I bought this on retail, because it was something like 50 18 650s, 50 18 650s, 25 here, 25 in the studio, 22
Woohoo!
2700s and 22 21 700s. And it was like, if I bought this on retail, lads, it would cost me like hundreds of quid. And what they said is, what you can do, Vic, is because you've actually got a registered business address, set up a wholesale business account, buy it wholesale, and it must have saved me about 250 fucking quid.
Because you got all Molly cells, didn't you?
Yeah, it was all there. That's half of them sitting there. Molly cells, all of them. Loads of the fuckers. Because it was like, before that, it was Sony VC4? Was it VC4 I had
What are the
before?
batteries that Dean uses? Devil Vapor, Big Boy something, aren't they? What they call Own Boy?
Is it Own Boy batteries he's using?
Yeah,
'Cause I think they're
tried to
rewraps.
get. 'Cause I tried to get some from Flat Cap from his shop when he first started, or his missus' shop, but they worked out that they couldn't actually post batteries.
Oh, are they the own tech ones?
I think that might be them, the Omtech ones, because there's a couple of US reviewers that use those.
I thought
Omtech.
they were called. I thought it was called Own Boy, and they've got like yellow and sort of writing on it. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, Own Tech.
Own tech.
You got a question in chat there, Vic?
Have I?
Peridor? Hello from Boston. Question for Vic. I sent you a DLC limited edition Cape on Prime ID sometimes back. Did you ever receive it?
DLC limited edition K-Fun Primati sometime back. Did you ever receive it? It doesn't ring a bell. Because if I had a K-Fun arrive at the door, I'd be all wee! Because I fucking love my K-Funs. I'll check Peridot, but it doesn't ring a bell. DLC Limited Edition K-Fun Prime. How long ago did you send it?
And how did he get your address?
Must have sent it to the business address because that's
Email,
publicly
mate.
available.
Email.
Yeah,
Emailed
he
it.
sent it via email.
Yeah, he's just got a picture of it. Still took him a fortnight to wick it.
Oh, look at there.
Right there. I thought about you when I were actually doing when I wicked that up today. Your Homerizer. That was first show back. It were absolutely brilliant.
I was doing it slow so people watching could keep up.
You took the coils out 6 times.
Readdress. That's all.
Yeah,
it
that
is.
was the reset, so that he could, like, people that were just joining could join in from there.
Oh, it was brilliant. That first show back, it was brilliant. I never laughed so much. I remember getting so drunk once. We all did one on the Pandora. I'd not realised I'd got my mod at 60 watts. I'd actually burned the coils out.
Yeah, that's right. The coil fucking welded. I remember that one.
Yeah. I went,
remember
sorry,
that
I've
one.
lost.
The coil acted like a fucking fuse. You could see it go, and I was like, whoa, fuck.
You know?
Scuba! Haven't seen you for ages, Scuba.
Sure.
Yes,
Has Vic been working this week?
Vic has been working this week. He has.
Vicky, you put
I'm
share on.
going to say he's been pretty quiet on the
We
group
need to
chat.
put
We
share
haven't
on,
had
don't
many
we?
orders this week. He hasn't
Share's
told
on.
us what to do.
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
huh?
Well, we weren't involved in this one. He kept it very quiet. Kept it very quiet.
I've just been stood in the corner looking at the wall because obviously Vic hadn't been able to tell us what to do.
Yeah, he wasn't too keen on telling us what he was doing, but he obviously, due to the fact that he did the last job that he did was obviously the lifting and carrying and stuff like that. Obviously, he was having back issues with his back.
Yeah.
So he thought he needed to do something that would like kind of work on his posture, which would kind of get him back standing up straight, things like that. So he went off and he's been doing this.
I did some charity work for that.
So Vic decided to go and take up ballet, and obviously he was adamant that he wasn't doing it unless he could wear tartan gear, keeping up with the Scottish tradition. But how did you find it, Vic? How's the back now?
How are your toes?
The back's actually worse, and I almost broke my fucking right foot because you need to stand on your fucking tiptoes, and I'm not thin.
Vicky, you wearing any knickers?
No, I'm not.
I can see your bollocks.
How's that? She got baggy piss flaps.
Hey.
Yeah, so obviously that was what he was doing. He thoroughly enjoyed it. He had to obviously lose a little bit of weight to get into them. Aiden is obviously, you can't see Aiden right now, but Aiden is desperately trying to turn his head. I'll stop screen share and then he can.
No, hold on. Stay there. Go back.
Oh, well,
You were nearly there.
Go
back.
Finished?
Go back. I'm nearly done. No, just go back. I want to see something else.
All right, hang on then.
If everybody has a little look right at the back, you can see puds peering around the corner at the back.
Oh yeah, there's people peering round the corner in the background.
Well, you would as well if she were doing that.
Yeah.
I'd have been roly-polying down the carpet.
I don't know where you were doing ballet either. It looks like Balmoral or something. Or fucking. It's a very posh building. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's what Vic. So what you doing, Vic? Are you sticking to that, or are you gonna go back
Set
to
of legs
YouTube
like that,
or
you
what?
want to, son?
I think, to be fair, and the way he's managed to pick up the standing on the toe thing, look, he's got a dick. He has.
He did. There were piss flaps.
Yeah, the way you were standing on them toes, you've picked that up really well. Took it like a duck to water.
The problem is, unfortunately, that over the past couple of weeks after I'd done that little demonstration of my ballet prowess, I put all the weight back on again.
Oh.
You can't keep it off. That's the problem.
Is that where you were last week?
Yeah, I was in Greg's stuff in my face.
The trouble is, as well, he's like some sort of spice head in Doncaster Town Centre when he's on Tramadol trying to do it, you know what I mean? It's like a fucked up bit of Thriller.
It's not. It's the opposite way round. Don't forget when Vic's on tramadol, it's that one.
I just pass out.
Honestly, that special one that we did, the special
Oh, the
UK
live
Vape
one
show,
for Vape Round,
and
that
Vic
were
is
amazing.
literally, you know the guy who says I don't always drink, but when I do, that guy who's so cool and chills back. Vic's like that.
I remember watching it.
He's a right nice bloke as well from Vape Round.
Patrick.
Patrick.
Yeah, it was
And
Patrick.
we were asking all these questions. I was just Vic with that laid back. I was waiting for him to go. I really don't give a fuck if I'm honest. What's the state of vaping to you? Do you think it's going to go really bad in the US? Well, it's their own fucking fault, really.
Can I just say something? You're fucking boring. You're fucking boring. That was my attempt at a Scottish accent. I do
No,
apologise.
it was more
We got there.
shouting.
Yeah.
But the best thing about it was Adam, when he went down the road of what he found under his son's bed.
Oh,
Vic
God,
sort of picked
Oh,
up,
God,
and I
that
looked
could've
at
went
it, we were
anywhere.
like, oh, don't go down that.
Don't go down that road. No.
It's 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah, but fortunately we were all in a private room. It weren't like fully open to the public. It was only people.
No, we
who
were live.
We were live,
Yeah,
but
we
we
were
were only
live.
live to the Vape Around.
Oh yeah, it was only to
Vape
it was only to the Vapor Expo folks for the Voxpo thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't live
Yeah,
on the
it
channel.
was the
Yeah.
Vox Boat. They have since put it online. So if you do want to go and see it, I have seen it flashed up on the Vape Around YouTube channel. They did record it, but yeah, it was a. Do you know what? What were it? A Saturday afternoon or something?
It was a Thursday
Yeah,
afternoon.
it was Thursday
Thursday
afternoon.
afternoon.
That's why I was doing it up in the studio.
Like that.
Well, anyway, big
I was out
thank
my
you to
face.
Jenny for going and catching Vic in his prime and his skirt. He looked beautiful.
Thanks,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny did your makeup as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she did actually. Very good job as well.
Yeah.
Austin Powers, fat bastard.
Thanks, Graham.
No, we weren't on about you. We were on about Sean's.
Oh,
Scottish
Sean's
accent.
Scottish
Yeah.
accent.
There's a baby getting my belly. I want my be back ribs, jelly, be back ribs.
My
So
baby, I haven't seen you for ages, buddy. Okay, mate.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
said
you were
he's.
talking about fat bastard again.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I think he's heading down to the expo. Eat my BB.
Yeah,
I wonder where Tim's from.
Tim, he's from LA.
I hope everything's all
Are
right there
you
as well.
sure? What? Why? What's happening in LA?
Isn't that where they had all the
Hurricane
tornado?
Ian.
No,
coming?
that was Florida. That
Yeah,
was
that
like
was
Florida.
Florida.
That area.
All right. Oh,
Yeah,
well, I hope you're all
Florida.
right as well.
As I know that Jay Hayes lost
Florida
power
was
because
really
he's
bad.
in Florida.
What was he all right though?
Yeah, I thought he was still posting away. I think he just lost power and there was a bit of damage to his house. I think he's all right though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
it's-
some bad areas though. Wasn't there? There was some people
massively
hit really
flooded.
bad. There was a thing on Facebook where this guy had just bought a £1 million.
Oh yes,
Oh,
the
I seen that
Lamborghini
Mercedes,
picture.
Ferrari.
Yep.
It was a Mercedes fucking McLaren fucking supercar. He just bought it and it was up like there was about that much of it left above the water.
Yep.
Can you imagine coming downstairs in the morning to that? He'd had it weeks as well, like not like months. He'd had it weeks.
Yeah, brand new. I seen that. That's crazy.
It could be worse though. You could be super bloke. When anybody ever says that about these posh cars, right, I always go back to UK Andy when we watched it when it first ever come out. This super bloke, and he went and put loads of tomato sauce, brown sauce, and mustard all over his car. And then we talked to UK Andy, and he went, "Do you know they never even cleaned it off properly?"
That's the thing. Where has Super Bloke been? He could have been there.
Super bloke.
Oh,
Is he still
Scuba.
reviewing?
Rip Trippers.
Rip reviews now and again. He's nowhere near as regular as he used
I
to
won't
be.
call them reviews. He promotes a few.
Yeah, he
products.
promotes a few things. Yeah.
The thing about it is though, he does that many jump cuts. It makes me feel ill.
Yeah. I can't watch his videos anymore because it's like there's never 1 minute continuous video. There's like
No,
30
it's like
seconds
I'm-
jump cut.
I can't work out if I'm blinking or if he's doing that. You know what I mean? It's like you just, it's horrible.
Yep.
The thing
You
is,
sound like Trigger off 40,000 horses. Oh, the stars have disappeared. Oh, there they go again.
but the thing is, it has got to a point, and it has, over the years, it has got to the point where it is every single word. He must, honestly, when he's filming it, he must go, so, today, we are looking. But, you know, in order to get that jump cut in, that's how he must. I hate you! Guys! Today! Just so he can put that jump cut in.
Well, no, I don't think it actually works like that, because I think obviously he just keeps the audio track as it actually is, and then just makes the actual, cuts a little tudgy bit and makes it, you know, like go across.
Well, it's like really quick jump cuts.
Yeah, just quick, but must keep the audio as it is.
Yeah, really quick.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sure he doesn't edit his own videos anyway, because they're very, very smoothly edited.
No, he doesn't edit them. Somebody else does. And I know at Rip Tripper's prime, when he was churning out video after video after video, he had a secretary that answered all the emails. He had an accountant that looked after the books. This was when YouTube was still actually paying ad money. So he had a secretary, he had an accountant, he had a marketing manager, because no company actually dealt directly with Rip. They all dealt with the marketing manager, and it was the manager that said, yes, Rip Tripper will grace you with a review, or no, fuck off. Rip just done the videos and walked out. That's all he did. It's alright for fucking some. Scuba, by the way, in answer to your question, I find mods with batteries in them all the fucking time. All the fucking time. Should all have so many fucking batteries.
When you have that many batteries, you're guaranteed to find a kit somewhere with batteries in
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Empty the bag. Alright,
Oh yeah, it's bag time.
Calm yourself down, man. I'll empty when I'm ready.
How full it is.
That's not what I've heard.
I'm quick enough as it is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At least build me up. Fondle me bag a little bit. Jesus Christ. He's like that. They don't even fondle me bag first. He just goes empty it.
Oh,
Yes,
look who's in. You can tell winter's round the corner. The vaping snowman's popped up. Because you never see him during you never see him during summer.
Coming.
You never see him during summer. He always pops up in autumn and winter.
So, I have got my bag. Ow. Ready? It's gaping.
So
for
bad.
fuck's
It's
sake.
under the table.
It's under the table. It's gaping. I can see straight down it.
Fucking hell,
I'd go to the doctor about that if I was you.
Got a gaping bag. The
I'm not
vaping
saying
enigma.
anything. Do you know what, my brain? Not saying anything. I'm staying out of this one. You don't want to put your foot in it, do you?
Not in my gaping bag, no, you don't.
I've got my slippers on. I'll never get rid of the smell.
The worst thing about it, right, is the first question opens up with the vaping enigma, and all I can think is the gaping enigma. Timeless in a cloud of vapor, I'm everywhere. Watching the UK's #1 vape show, envious of our Vicinati cult leader going to Poland. See how Nick is extracted. Casters. Someone is making a montage of your life, and it can only feature one vape device.
Oof.
What vape device would define and symbolise your personality, and what song is playing in the background? And Vic, you can't have 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, as we know you love that song.
Fuck off. Fucking hate the Proclaimers.
You love them.
No, I don't. Walking 500 miles. Get a fucking bus.
Did
Same
you
with
not?
fucking Kate Bush. Same with Kate fucking Bush when that Strangers thing fucking come up and fucking running up that hill popped up after fucking 40 years. There's Kate Bush, the poor sod, running up that hill for 40 fucking years. Never heard of a fucking taxi, love. No. No. Same with the fucking
I've
Proclaimers.
been Ubering up that hill.
I seem to remember.
Yeah, they should have changed it. I'm still running up that hill.
Did you,
With a great big
did
like
you or did you not
from her
sing?
inhaler.
What? So what songs did you sing with ECig? a million years ago. Did you
Oh,
do
it was-
500 miles?
No, it was Christmas stuff. It was mostly Christmas stuff.
You did a Beatles one, didn't you?
Was it In My Life? No, it wasn't In My Life, was it? No, that was with Phil, In My Life. I know I done Little Drummer Boy with David. There goes Aidan. He's just off.
I've got a gift for him. It's up in my bum.
And I think we done White Christmas, but there was a third Christmas one I done with David. You know, was that fucking long ago? I can't fucking remember now. Because I haven't spoken to Higgy Six for years.
I'm looking at you and I can see you folding.
They're gone. They're gone.
The thing is, I was just starting to come back round, and Aidan went. No.
I wanted to spit it out. Sorry.
The thing is, I know where you are. I know where you are. I know what set all of this off.
It's just like loads of stuff going through my head and I can't see it. Look at what's getting hot in here.
Oh fuck.
But you did the one with the Beatles, didn't you, as well, which I really liked.
Yeah, I can't remember what one it was though, but there was one with the Beatles.
Thing in My Life or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe it was.
With the other lad, you did a couple with him as well, didn't you?
Yeah, with Phil. I'd done a load of songs with Phil. That was years before I was even vaping. I was smoking back then. Years ago we done the
Smoke
ones with Phil.
famous, not vape famous back then. Unbelief.
Look at him. He's trying his best. Bless him. All you gotta do, son, try your best, son. Try
That's
your
it.
best.
I'm just honestly, I'm trying to.
Just try your best.
But anybody who sits down there and goes, "Sounds in a little trouble."
I was there with you. The moment he said it, I went, London Bridge.
Christmas, that one. He only wanted a red bike.
Fucking hell, man.
So, going back to the question,
I can't remember
I
the
didn't
fucking
remember what the
question.
fuck it was.
Asters, someone is making a
so
montage.
A mod, I would go for probably a Hammer of God XL because I'm a big unit, and if I roll down a hill directed towards people, I will hit you with like a fucking freight train. And song, I'd probably go for Basket Case by Green Day.
That was a good song actually.
It is
Very
a
good song.
That was a good song.
Yeah, woohoo! I'm stuck.
I'll go next. SX Mini original blue Kevlar G class, not this fucking thing with the shitty paint job on it. The original G class blue Kevlar that I've still got up in the studio. What am I going to put on top of it? I'll put my all-time favourite tank, Geek Vape Griffin 25. Griffin 25.
I just said that without his mouth moving.
That was like a Rick Dribber's jump cut.
Yeah, Geek Vape Griffin 25.
Your internet went funny there.
Yes. By the way, for all the people that might be seeing that there's a little bit of iffiness going on, I'm actually hotspotting with the phone because Virgin Media's internet's down again because they suck.
Fogging out
Fautiba.
with the Batman.
Mr. Fogging out with the Batman. How you doing, Mr. Fautiba?
Santos.
Song. Bobby
Running up that
Darin's.
hill, 500 miles at a time.
No, fuck off. Bobby Darin's version of Mac the Knife.
You remember what happened to Jack and Jill, don't you?
Mac the Knife, what a tune.
Mac the Knife. Bobby Darin's
That's a
version.
fucking class tune.
Bobby Dazzler, yeah.
Adam?
So, kit-wise, I would have to say that the kit that made the most impact on my vaping journey, and it shouldn't be, but it is. I was never ever a smock fanboy. I
Shove
could
it
run.
up there. Shove it up.
I would if I could. Rating me a gaping bag. The thing is, if I could, right? I've never been a smock fanboy. I used to hate smock with a passion. with an absolute passion.
If you see the
And
alien,
then-
I'm going to slap you.
No,
Good.
Conway Valley Vapors, if we all remember them, right? Conway Valley Vapors turned round to me and says, I can change your mind on Smock. And I went, no, you can't. I fucking hate him, the shite. And he ended up sending me the X-Priv, the original
Oh,
X-Priv.
the first, that was actually a good kit, the first one.
That,
Yeah.
and do you know what? That was the first kit that while we were on Last of the Summer Vapes, I actually sat there and someone went, what do you think of it? And I went, it's all right. What? I was like, it's all right.
All right.
But probably the original X-Priv, I would put the Dead Rabbit V1 on there.
Was the
because-
X-Priv the one with the big screen on it?
Yeah, big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first
had
one with
up
the
and
big
down
screen, wasn't it?
It was the,
Yeah,
it was
it
the
had
first big
wattage
screen
up
mod.
and down in the corner. It was a lovely compact little square device with the side firing
Side button.
bar.
Yeah.
It was all right, but I would put the Dead Rabbit V1 on there because that for me was I wouldn't say it was anything incredibly life changing, but just as a day-to-day banger, the Dead Rabbit came out and it was an incredible RDA.
Yeah.
So Dead Rabbit V1, Smoke X-Priv bass, and song playing.
It's a lovely bunch of coconuts.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. How can you get me?
That was a fucking tick as well.
I've got
Was
a
it?
lovely bunch
Your
of
tick's a
coconuts.
sidekick.
See, now I've got that. Now I've got
You know
that
what?
song
I
stuck
would-
in my head now. Stuck in my head.
It
That
was
song.
there. It was honestly there. I shit you not. That was there. And you just went psychic tick attack and
Yeah.
got me. Absolute got me.
That's your new channel, that Psychic Tick.
Psychic tick attack.
That's it.
Cat penis.
Cat
If nobody caught the 3 Minute Vape show last night, he didn't actually say that, but that's
I
what
didn't
Mr. B
actually
thought
say
he
that,
said,
but you-
but he better be in stitches. Cat penis.
Cat cock. It was cat.
That right, yeah, cat cock.
Your top-
I'd probably go for the Rulo.
Yeah.
Which one?
The 3 battery, the first
The
one.
original.
the-
Right.
that was
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
Is it the
the-
200S or 300S? Is it?
That was
No, you
200.
had the DNA
two
version. You
stroke
had the
three,
po-
wasn't it?
you had the posh one.
Yeah.
You had the
But
posh one because I remember I used to wind up Les a million times because I used to call it the Relo 250. Because if you remember, they released it and then released the update about a month after to take it to 250 watts.
Yep.
Yeah, but then and also at the same time you could like put little characters on it, Superman or whatever else. As soon as you did that, the battery life just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the song playing in the back would be "Manish Boy" by Muddy Waters.
Oh, that's going back a bit. Manish boy.
Good tune though. I sung it the other day, and I thought that I quite like that.
That is going way fucking back. Wow. Yeah, there we go. That's the one.
It's not.
The red
That's
one's down
the
there.
2/3.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. That's the split one.
I've got
Yeah.
one of them, but I lost the big back.
Yeah.
I've got the front of that and I lost both backs off it. I don't know where the fuck I put them. I probably threw them out.
See, I loved the RX 300 when that came out. Fucking loved that.
Paul, I've still got mine. It's down there, and I gave one away. The original one that I gave away, and he's still using it.
Oh, they were
Fucking
solid
brilliant mod,
mods. The old Rillos, they were
I'll
fucking
tell you another
solid
mod
mods.
that I dug out the other day and I used was my Snow Wolf, 200
wow.
watt plus.
The original Sigelli Snow Wolf before
Yeah.
it became
Yeah,
Snow
the
Wolf
old one.
X-Fang and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's still working, you know, because it had that glass front on it. All
Yeah.
right, it did crack on the side, you know, when it fell over, but he's still working perfect after all these years.
That was a good question, that.
Cracking question. Thank you
Oh,
very
I'll
much.
tell you what,
That
he
was,
did, it made me giggle.
that was Martin Saunders. From the land below the wind, North Borneo, Sabah, Malaysia. I just want to hear how you guys pronounce them. Donny Wong, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, except for Borneo, because I said Borneo. But Borneo, Sabah, Malaysia. Question. If you are given the chance to be Prime Minister of any Commonwealth countries, which country outside of UK would you like to govern, and what major international policy would you implement? Not vape related, and Vic to go last.
Why are people always saying for me to go last?
Because this could turn into a massive
Rant.
rant. We could end up with a new world order in place.
I've been watching a lot on Haiti. How bad it is over there at the minute. Obviously, they've had loads of earthquakes.
Yeah.
The infrastructure's not there. Just to get any sort of fuel, food, or anything. And one thing that broke me out, in the slums, they're eating things called mud cakes. So what they're doing is literally getting mud, adding salt and pepper and a bit of butter, and cooking it, and these kids are eating it.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do in my garden then.
Yeah, mud pies. But these kids, that's a stable diet for these people. There's so many riots, massive kidnappings where people are taking, people who've got a bit of money and people are having to pay ransoms to it.
Yeah.
I've been watching quite a lot on YouTube about it. So I would implement that. You get rid of the people who are at the top, taking all the aid that get in and stashing it, living up in the mountains and living quite happily, and reset the country, because it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
I would say Thailand. And mine's pretty similar to you, because I watch a lot of sort of crime and murder and stuff like that on YouTube, because it seems to be the in thing at the minute. But I'm like quite addicted to a lot of these crime stories. You know, normally you listen to a crime story and it'll be a freak accident and a freak thing that happens. But you know, everyone that you hear about in Thailand, they're on a beautiful island where the island residents actually are sad for this happening. They want the tourists to come because they sustain the country and things like that. But the corruption throughout the police is rife. So what happens with a lot of the police in these Thailand countries and these islands? What they do is they don't do a proper judicial system. They find the person who they think is the most guilty and then pull them in and either sentence them to death or lock them away. Even if that person's innocent, they still do this because it looks like they did it. Now, I would take over Thailand. I would stop the corruption in the police by enforcing, obviously, a lot of the legal implements to stop that happening. But yeah, that'd be me.
I don't know.
Skeggy.
I'm gonna skip this one. I'm shit with geography. I don't know where Commonwealth is. I haven't got a fucking clue. So I'm gonna
pick anywhere. Pick anywhere.
Well, you could even go for the UK. The way we are at the minute, it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it?
I'd probably go over to Russia and shoot some president.
Slap Putin.
Okay, we're all about, like, not assassination.
Oh, right. See, that's the thing. We're probably better off just passing it to Vicky, yeah?
Okay, now Grizzly going over there looking for a grossing owl.
I got cold, mate. Everything's all death and destruction.
See, I was originally going to go with either Barbados, but then I remembered that's in a very, very hot area of the world, and I don't like the heat. Anything above 20 Celsius, I start becoming a moaning bastard because it's way too fucking hot. So for me, it would.
You don't have to live there. Just do it by email.
Nah, it's not the same. You got to live there. Got to live there. So Commonwealth, I would go with New Zealand. It's in the general area of Australia, but unlike Australia, you're not living in a fucking oven. There's lots of forests and hobbits and Lord of the Ringsy stuff going on because apparently that's where it was filmed. And what I would do is I would basically implement a free trade association. So a free trade association with Australia, all of Oceania, big chunk of India, big chunk of Bangladesh, and then just send all the products everywhere for fucking free.
So in other words, Vic's taking over the whole world.
Are they doing that anyway now?
Nah, the United States, Mr. fucking demented idiot president, what's his fucking
hell,
name?
he fell asleep the other day on telly.
Yeah, he did. Oh
yeah,
my
but don't
fucking
forget,
God.
right, if you believe the conspiracy theories, he's not really in charge. It's his woman vice prime president who's
Kamala Harris. She's another fucking idiot. But yeah, the Oceania Free Trade Association was kiboshed by the United States. They just went,
not drinking
nope.
whiskey.
Well,
You'd never have said that if you'd have had a couple of whiskies.
No, No.
Vic's just started World War 3.
No, that's already. That World War Three's already
That's on
started.
its way already, isn't it?
Yeah, World War Three's
Fucking
already
is that.
started. We just don't know it yet.
Oh.
I did like that on Sky News today. Is that Russia is the biggest importer to the Ukraine's army. You know, like all the stuff that they get. They've ended up taking like 400 odd tanks from them. They've ended up taking all this ammunition because they've all run away.
Yeah, they've all run away and left all the fucking equipment behind them. But the worrying thing for me is, see if you look at Russia. I was going to say Yeltsin. It's not fucking Yeltsin. Putin. He has not actually officially declared war. Now look what he's done. He's already conscripted 350,000 men in conscription. He's already shifted the nuclear armaments, not all of them, just a couple of big ones, to the Ukrainian border. I think he's actually gonna declare war against NATO, probably sometime next month. And when that happens, the shit hits the fan. Literally hits the fan. World War 3, fellas. That's it. We're all fucked.
Well, the best thing about that though is
that's great, Vic. Thanks very much.
So go
totally
to
ruined
Expo and
the
make
next
sure you
couple of
get
months.
questions in for next
The
3
run up
weeks
to
while you still
Christmas.
can.
The run up to Christmas has just been ruined by Vic. Thanks, pal.
oh, don't worry about it. Your Christmas dinner will go with a big bang. The thing is, though, he started saying he's inscripted 300 soldiers. Half of them have gone over the border to Georgia. They've got about 25-mile queues.
Yeah, a lot of them deserted. Just went fuck this
I'll
and
tell
ran.
you what did make me fucking laugh, right, was when it was all kicking off before, and there was these Russians trying to get back to the border in this fucking vehicle. Trying to get back to the border in this big fucking army vehicle thing, right? It had been supposed to be top-notch Russian fucking military equipment, right? And they were trying to get this way, and it broke down. So this fucking car full of Ukrainian people, just random civilians, right, pulled up alongside and turned around and says, "Do you just want to lift to the border?"
I think the best one was with the farmer, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, wait, fucking right, he took his fucking tank.
He took his tank.
Tractor.
Yeah.
So everyone, don't buy Christmas presents this year.
He's cancelled.
Yeah.
He says
It's
he's got
done.
all these. I think also they put on there that Putin's got all this technology, but then he was sat down to 2 yellow phones and a fax machine next to it. You know the old dial-up ones.
Yeah. The old rotary ones.
Hey, if fax machines are still good for football transfers,
I think they've gone to email, mate. Unless
nah,
you're late
do you know what?
Orient.
They were still using fax machines up until I think it was the summer transfer window last season.
What?
Yeah,
Fax machines?
Because fax machines to fax the paperwork over to the FA.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Still
actually
using fax
signed.
machines.
Oh, it's got to be right. Then you can run it straight there because public
Yeah.
email. you need to
Cracking
fucking
question,
scan it
Donny.
and shit.
Thank you
Good
very
question.
much.
Yes, Simon Burr, I'm up for that. 100%, mate.
Yeah.
Max the
Max
credit
your
card.
credit card.
And if you can't pay, blame Vic. I thought, mate, look, honest, my pal told me it was all
Yeah.
over. You know what I mean? You couldn't have to go see him.
Next
But
question.
who said
from
you
the
could spend
wonderful-
it? Some bloke
From
in
the-
Scotland.
Yeah.
From the wonderful Connor Smith. Question for all casters. Do you vape your cotton semi-dry before re-dripping on RDAs? In other words, do you cycle your cotton? No, I'm boring. I am like the laziest dripper in the world. I'll either have it bone dry or it's sodden.
I cycle mines. Got to, especially with the flavors that I vape, like going from black vine to peach custard. If there's a big trace of black vine in there, that's all I can taste when I'm switching to peach custard. I've got to vape the cotton dry. Got to.
Well, if I'm in that situation, what I do, if I'm changing flavours, I take the cotton out, run it under the tap, and then just put some more cotton in.
Thing is, I'm lazy and I can't be fucked doing that.
Yeah, just if
She
I'm
used to that.
changing flavours, I just re-wick.
Re-wick, it's just simple. What's that other woman who used to do the same? She used to do juice reviews like that, and she used to just dry burn it and then just stick another flavour on top. What were her name?
Oh, I remember.
She were out like 2015, 2016.
It wasn't
and then she
Wendy.
disappeared.
Yeah,
It
she
wasn't
disappeared.
Wendy.
It wasn't
No,
Wendy.
it wasn't Wendy, no. This was a
Tia.
young girl.
Were it Tia?
It won't Wendy. It won't Wendy.
Was
Tia
it America?
Vapes?
I think this girl was a black lady.
Okay, it wasn't Tia then.
No. I
She
thought
was
it
it.
Tia.
She do like used to do it in a bedroom. And vape.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that they re-wick. See, I just cycle the cotton and reuse it because I'm too fucking lazy to re-wick. Way too fucking.
Again,
I
going back to
remember
stories
when
about he's on about Conway Valley Vapor.
Yeah.
We went to one expo. There were me, Mark, and Adam. We were looking for what was his name? His actual name were
Phil, wasn't it?
Philip.
Phil.
Philip.
So we're going to everybody like we went to the thingy stand, you know, the frontline stand. We'd all got the juices, and it all come from Conway. So we're going, look, we want to see Phil. Do you know where Phil is? He says, yeah, he's on the back. So we went over to this young-looking lad, spoke to him, said, thanks so much for
I
sending the
just had a
juice
fucking
over.
vision of you giving Phil a piggyback.
Yeah. And you're actually using that stuff that you put on your cotton to get rid of the flavour from it. So we're all going, thank you so much for sending this stuff out, mate. Hope you're good and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, about the next expo, we meet Conway Valley Vapor, which is Phil. Total different bloke. These different glasses
Huge
on, and
glasses.
it were like they were like proper like glasses. Total different bloke. We worked out it was Phil who was helping to run the expo.
I did something similar the first time I met Jay from Demon Vapor, as he were back then. I walked over to this guy and I went, Jay, thanks. Listen, your juices are incredible. Thank you for all. I didn't say juices. I just carried on saying you're incredible. Thank you very much. I'm like so in on it. It turned out it were actually Jay, the organizer of Expo, that I was talking to, right? And I'm there like splurging my love for this juice without actually saying juice to him. Turned out it was Jay, the organizer of Expo, that I was talking to, because me and Mark were walking past this guy. We were walking around like little short guy with a Demon Vapor jacket on.
Yeah.
And we went, we didn't know that he'd got his juice stand here. Turned out it was Jay with a few like unlabeled bottles in a back.
Yeah.
We were like...
And he used to go around with Dal as well. He was brilliant. What a bloke he was as well.
But cracking question, Connor. Thank you very much.
Good question,
Vodka and Coke, Glenn.
Red wine and Coke.
Yeah.
This is a new one.
Red wine and Coke. Oh my
I
God.
like doing this.
His
because
face when he actually drank that.
This is the first time I've seen this guy ask a question.
Oh.
So I'm actually going to start with his real name, Alistair Smytheman.
rather
From the
posh sounding
deepest,
name.
darkest Sherwood, a member of the Merry Men, is wondering all the casters are sat in the Dog and Duck pub on Hollywood Boulevard, and a fight breaks out in the corner between a Mr. J. Wick, a Mr. J. Bourne, and a Mr. J. Bond. Who's your money on?
Fucking John Wick.
Every
yeah, it's gotta be John
single
Wick.
fucking day.
John
gotta be
Wick's
John
a
Wick.
Fucking machine.
John Wick every single day.
Has to be John Wick.
Is that bloke who did all them Keep Fit videos in lockdown?
Yes, mate. And
No,
I would still have my
lovely.
money on him.
Oh, right. Hey, you look fit. You look fit.
I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to quickly run and get a
I
beer.
honestly,
Okay,
you know
John.
what? John Wick every
Oh, it's
single
Wick.
time.
John Wick every fucking time.
If you've watched, and anyone else in chat has seen it, the creator of John Wick also worked on a little film called Nobody.
With the guy from fucking What's His
Better
Face?
Call Saul.
Yeah, him. That was a good
Yeah.
film, that. That
So-
was a good film.
I asked you if you'd seen a trailer for a film earlier on, which is Violent Night. If no one has watched that trailer after the show, please go and watch that trailer. It's for Violent Night. It is starring David Harbour as it's starring David Harbour as Santa Claus, and it is by the creators of no less than Nobody and Bullet Train.
Oh, that's going to be a fun film then.
It looks incredible, but John Wick wins every time.
Well, do you know, we were talking about a couple of weeks back that they were doing a reboot of Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
I watched the first one of that and it's absolute pants.
Utter shite. I watched the first one and gave
It's
up
I
after
haven't
terrible.
bothered because they've made Sam a girl, haven't they? You know, I don't mean to be sexist or anything like that.
No,
But-
Sam's a boy. He's a Chinese bloke.
Not Sam. What's his? It's
Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Ziggy. They've made Ziggy a girl, and I'm like,
Is it Ziggy? Oh, is Ziggy the computer?
Oh no, Ziggy's the computer. Who's the guy? Fucking Dean Stockwell
Al.
played him.
Al.
Al.
used to be
that's-
Al.
Yeah, Al. That's the one.
But they've made Al a girl, and listen, I'm all for changing the narrative and making it work. I liked Elementary. I'm a massive Sherlock Holmes fan. I liked Elementary. I liked the twist that they put on making John Watson, Joan Watson, and everything else. But there's certain things that you shouldn't just change willy-nilly. There's no need for a love story in it.
No.
The thing with me, and this is probably going to be a bit controversial. The thing with me is it doesn't have to. You don't have to tick a box. Racism and stuff like that should be put aside from what you're doing. It's like Annie to me was always a little tiny ginger-haired white girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it just it takes away the whole point of, well, I'll tell you what, we're now, and it's not the fact of the casting it that way. I feel that they're having to do it that way to sort of like make it okay, when in its own form that's a little bit of racism anyway, because we have to now put a black girl in it. Well, no,
Yeah.
you don't. It's fine that it's a man and it's a woman. There's new things that are out there that you know what I mean. Why have to change it?
It's happening to a lot of shows.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it. You're taking something that doesn't need to be done. Yeah.
Right. Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Still living under a bridge.
Oh, here's the novel.
Okay. Vaping has now been accepted and everyone loves it. So the BBC have, as usual, jumped onto the bandwagon, invited you all onto Vaping Casters MasterChef. You have to cook 2 courses. What would they be and why? You have 10 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes to cook.
2 courses. So starter and main, or main and pudding.
Whatever you want. It's not stated, so.
I will
But you've only
go
got an hour and 10 minutes.
hour and 10 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. So I can't go for a roast then if it's an hour. Oh, fuck. I need to think about this.
I
can
would
if your
probably
roast is
go
small.
for starter and the main. Not a pudding. I haven't got much of a sweet tooth. I'd probably go for garlic king prawns. For a starter, and then for the main, I would probably choose that fucking salmon that we had at fucking expo.
See, I was going to choose salmon, so I need to think of something else now.
That
Fuck.
salmon at expo was fucking amazing.
It
But
was
that was
good.
the starter one, actually.
I
But
think,
just-
I think it was the
Yeah,
starter.
we'll turn
wasn't
it into
It
a
was
main
good.
and just make more of it.
I would make tuna niçoise salad to start.
What?
Tuna niçoise. So basically, leaves, egg, and tuna.
All right.
It's tuna.
Tuna. And
Why can he never say it properly? We've been together
No,
all
it
these
is not
fucking
a
years.
tuna.
It's tuna.
it's a
No,
tuna.
it is not a tuna.
And then I'd follow it up with poussin, which is a small chicken, roast potatoes, barreled carrots, and a orange and cranberry jus.
That just sounded too posh.
Exactly, but it sounds really good, so I'd win MasterChef.
Oh.
I do have a little bit of training, so I would have a bit of a one-up on you lot, but like,
Fuck off.
hey,
Fuck off. I can say tuna properly. That's a one up on you, isn't it?
you will do when Greg turns around to me and goes, "What are you making? Can't understand a fucking word you're
So
saying."
just saying. Sat down there going, his glasses
There's
going,
someone in
"Woo."
chat called the Greater Tuna.
Yes.
Fucking tuna.
Well, I go next, or you go next,
I
Ian?
would probably start off with camembert.
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 Cock. Woo!
It does smell like your cock, you're right. Camembert with some toast and a nice little salad with a salad dressing, nice and simple. And then I would go with a rack of lamb. I would then go with black pudding mash.
Oh yeah.
And then we'd have a nice little bit of asparagus in butter.
I'm hungry now.
And obviously we would reduce it down to a nice red wine jus and put it down there on it as well.
Okay, I'd go simple. Fresh cod,
Faggots.
fresh cod, skinned. Got to skin it. Fresh cod, skinned, slightly wrapped inside tin foil. Little bit of drizzle of lemon. Slap it inside the oven. Wait until it's half cooked. Bring it back out again. Dob some butter along it. Little bit of garlic. Little bit more lemon. Wrap it back in the oven again until it's cooked. Roast potatoes. Maybe a bit of broccoli. And then the rest of the time, what I'm going to do for the pudding. See, you lot done starters. I like my pudding.
But no peppercorns.
No peppercorns. No peppercorns. No fucking peppercorns. Sticky toffee pudding. There we go.
I'll tell you what, into the Nigella Lawson for the blind.
I know.
I got half a lob on then.
I like my cod. I love my fucking cod. Always
I'll tell
love
you another one
seafish.
I'd do as well is pig's cheek. That is
I
really,
love
really
pig's
nice
cheek.
as well. Pig's cheek.
I've never
That is
actually
really-
tried that.
Best thing to
Never
do with
had pig's cheek.
best thing to do with pig's cheek, right? One, this is going to sound really grim if you're vegetarian, so I do apologise. But
What, make him put his tongue inside of it?
no. What you do is boil the whole head, right? Because once you've boiled the whole head, you can pull the cheeks out and also pull the temple meat out, which is just as tender as the cheeks. And then what you do is you roll that up in cling film with black pudding and then breadcrumb it. So what you do is you wrap it up into a sausage. And basically what it is shredded pig's cheek and all the tender meat from around here rolled with black pudding and then roll it in breadcrumbs, roll it all the way up and then
Not the
deep fry
first
it.
time Adam's had a sausage in his cheek.
Yay! I'm here all week. Do try the fish.
There you go.
But that's how they do it.
Lovely.
But normally what they do is when they boil that, they boil it inside it and obviously put loads of vegetables in that.
Yep.
If you're in a restaurant, obviously, then they boil it exactly the same with loads of vegetables in it, and then they'd bring it down, wouldn't they, and
Yeah.
reduce it, and then that would be
That'd be a
the
sauce.
gravy.
Yeah,
You put
that'd be
gravy.
a sauce. Because all of the salt and all of the flavourings from the bone come out while they're boiling
Yep.
the head. So it plus on the cheaper side, to buy a whole pig's head is about 13 quid cheaper per kilo than buying the cheeks alone.
All right.
But the whole thing about it though is years and years ago when you used to get cheap cuts of meat,
Yeah,
like
you
a
did.
neck
You
of lamb,
did.
you used to have
Yeah.
oxtail and all that. But the restaurants jumped on it and thought, we can take this and make it sound a lot better than it is.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
does taste good. But years ago, that's what your mum and dad used to have.
So
Yeah,
there's still-
my dad made a fucking phenomenal ham hock soup. Basically from
Yeah.
basically from the cheap ham hocks from the local
Yeah.
butcher. You go to the butcher now for ham hock, the fucking supermarkets are buying them all.
Yeah.
So there's still a secret cut of meat. If you ever go to your butchers and you've ever get I don't know if
What was it, Royce and Vasey?
No, I don't know if it's a local one. I don't know if it's local to Derbyshire, Yorkshire kind of area. But it's called mouse, right? And it's called the butcher's fillet. So what used to happen is a butcher used to take the trimmings off the beef and keep that. So fillet used to be a butcher's trim. And because it sat on the inside, they used to whip it out. Now, mouse is actually a shred of meat about that long by probably not much thicker than that.
You sure it's
And
not
what they
called a
do-
penis?
Yeah, basically, it comes from behind the shin muscle. So it's
Alright.
not worked as hard as the leg. It's actually like fillet steak that's found behind the shin. It's called mouse, and it's dirt cheap, but it cooks just like fillet. It's beautiful.
I'll be a
I love
lookout
that
for
from Al Smithman. Leave the eyes in, you'll see it. He'll see you through the week.
Hey,
As well as falafel. What is falafel?
falafel is
Falafel.
like it's chickpeas.
Oh,
Gram
vegetarian
flour.
shit, innit?
vegetarian shit.
It's like that halloumi.
Oh, I love halloumi. Squeaky cheese is the best.
I love halloumi, like I've got to be honest.
Vegetarian.
Oh, it's horrible.
Cracking question. Absolutely cracking question. Thank you very much.
We've
to
got
the
enough.
wonderful
We've got enough time for one more.
One more. The
Have we?
wonderful.
How quick's that done?
I know.
It's nearly 20 past 10. Gregor Haynes writes in, Banana Man from Banana Land. Age is
Oh,
curved,
Banana
like a
Man.
banana.
I love that show.
Personal question for all casters. So if rather not answer, then this is not an issue. What is your personal reason behind doing what you do, vaping or YouTube or life as you live it currently. In the vaping community, at least, I have found that people vape as a method to handle other personal issues. Myself, if it's an addiction to food and mental health issues, vaping is a way to put that away and focus on something physical. Do you find yourself, do you also find this in your much deeper experiences with the community and yourself? Sorry, it's long. Don't worry about it being long. Thank you very much for the question.
I guess
What are
I'm
you
going
thinking,
first.
Aiden?
So I thought Ian
know
was
what,
going to
right?
go first. He's got a big cheesy grin in his face.
Sorry, it's just the mood I'm in tonight. I can't help it.
Do you know what, right? I think we all started this in kind of the same way. If it's down to the YouTube side,
It's all about the free shit. No, it's not.
Yeah. Do you know what, right?
Totally not.
Originally I thought, oh my god, look at all these people getting all this stuff for free. No, that gets quelled instantly. When you start vape reviewing, do not ever, and we've said this a million times, do not ever think that Yeehee is going to come to you and go, guess what? This is our brand new mod. Have it.
No, they're not.
Get ready to spend some money.
Yep.
Now, I think we all generally started the same way, except for Vic, because I think Vic just started as his vlogging, changing into...
Yeah, I started as a vlog.
Yeah, but I started off thinking, if I can help one person, I'm happy. I could have happily gone on with one subscriber for the rest of my life, knowing full well that I'd helped that one person. Now, I've changed my view on YouTube to do something different, because I now do that on a day-to-day basis in a vape shop. So the outreach I have in a vape shop is a lot larger, and I'm able to use what I've learned in the vape community, which is quite a lot when I actually sit down and think about it, to use that to help someone who walks through the door.
Yep.
Now, it is an addiction that I am 100% addicted to nicotine. I always will be. It's why I still vape 20 milligram, nearly 7 years on from vaping. And honestly, I do this show and whatever else I've done because of the fucking crack. Because do you know what? The people in the community that I have always known, I have not, luckily, had a lot of bad shit come to me. I have only ever had really good experiences, and I've had sad times when I've had to stop. And that for me lets me know that I'm doing something right. Because if it feels like it hurts when it stops, last at summer vapes and everything else that we've ever done, if it's hurt and it's been sad when it's ended, then I'm doing something right. And I do this because I absolutely fucking adore it. I can be in the worst mood before we start this show, and within 30 seconds of that camera going live, I'm fucking busting. And life's worries go away. So that's why I do it.
I mean, mine were a little bit different because I ain't a reviewer. Obviously, I set the Misfits up along with Lynn and other people. With me, it was a bit different. Never about free shit, because we're not going to get it. We don't advertise anything or anything like that. It was just basically a place where people could go, feel safe, to have a chat and shit like that. You know, not professionals, not mental health professionals, but we tend to just talk about mental health and try to make it a bit more comfortable to talk about people's mental health. You know. And that's why I did it. And the reason I started it was because obviously I went to Expo. Obviously I've got Tourette's. Went to Expo one year, and it was the first time I've ever felt comfortable in a community in my life. First time I've ever been able to let go of.
I'll let you stroke my face.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, this was actually 3 years ago.
Oh, fuck you then.
That this happened. Fuck your friendship. Yeah, and I kind of just wanted to give something back for that. Because this community's done a lot for me. Paul Dolan Misfits will be coming back very soon, so keep your eye out. I've just been really, really busy with work, and then we were very tired after the charity live that we did.
I'm still tired now.
So we've just been having a break. But yeah, the reason I did it, I just wanted to help people. It's pretty much the same kind of thing I said right at the beginning. If I help one person, you know, not so much job done, because you know, it carries on, but you know, I was happy with just helping one person, and it turned into more than that. It was quite, to be honest with you, it was quite sad to see how much something like that's needed. It should be more. There should be more in more different communities and all that, but there's not, sadly. But yeah, that's why I do what I do.
I've been vaping, like you all know, from 2006. My brother started vaping as well, and I was dual using. I had a little while off of cigarettes, and then I carried on dual using. Then I had a mini stroke. I think it was in 2015 or 2016. And Mark, which I'm very lucky, my brother was already reviewing, and he was doing a show with Adam. And one week, Adam couldn't make it. So I was at home, not working, obviously recovering, and he went, do you fancy coming on and doing it? And I went, yeah, come on then, no problem. I had my little laptop and sat there and talked about my stuff and how vaping has helped me, and as you do. And then they had me as a permanent caster. So I didn't really start off as a reviewer.
I still remember the conversation. It was at a point when we were heavily into the YouTube casting and stuff like that, and me and Mark used to speak quite regularly, like literally nearly every day. And Mark sent me a message. We got on VC as we were talking about VC earlier on, and he turned around to me and he went, "Would you mind so much if my brother came on with us?" And I went, "No, of course not. We'll do whatever." And that was the beginning of it. And I know that sounds like a really small story when I'm saying it like that, but that moment there was like the opening of my YouTube world.
Oh, the thing about it, obviously, you know how bad I am for butting in and how much I talk and how terrible I am at these bits, which I am, and I know I am, and it's very, very hard sometimes to probably cast with me, but we went through all that as well. People going, oh, fucking hell, he's all right. You don't shut up, this kid. Didn't they? They were all trying to get me off at network.
Yeah.
And
we were like, no, we want it. That's how it is.
So, and then we got into the laugh of it, and then it got into the January, and obviously Mark and Adam were banging out 3 videos a week. And I went, I fancy doing this. Do you two mind? And you went, no, get yourself on there, do it. So I started off doing juice reviews. Mark was giving me juice. I was buying hardware, and that's how I just started off. And then, exactly like what Adam says, it doesn't. I had a Logitech. In fact, I had me laptop. My first few reviews of laptop. Then I bought a C920. My brother still bought the mic that I'm using now, which is the Yeti. My brother bought me that for my birthday. And then you just eventually you bought all these lights, massive desk computer, get us upgraded, which I got helped out loads of times to upgrade my stuff. And that's how you end up as you are. And it isn't all free, and it isn't all. The time that you put in to get reviews out, and people such as yourself, Vic, Flat Cap Vapor, these people who are punching stuff out constantly, I take my hat off to them, because I've been more of, I enjoyed this side of it, you know, the lives where you have a good old giggle and a good old laugh. That's what I've always enjoyed. So, but I was lucky because obviously Mark, and then obviously Adam. And Vic, you helped me along the way, mate. You know, you did. And Paul McCartney as well.
Yep.
I was very lucky.
For me, I started out as a vlog because I had every intention of using vaping to quit smoking after 30 days. And on the 30th day, last vlog goes out, quit vaping, move on. And then I came across Trip Hammers liquids.
Yeah.
And the one thing what got me hooked was Parma Violets. Now, Parma Violets is one of those flavours you either fucking hate it or you love it. I love Parma Violets, and it was like, I can vape my favourite sweet without actually having to eat it. And I just kept reviewing Trip Hammers liquids. And then all of a sudden I started getting, because back then there wasn't a lot of reviewers. Back then there was really not a lot of reviewers in the UK. So there was more of a chance to climb up the ladder fairly quick. So I started getting contacted by smaller shops like Cambridge Vaping. Anyone remember them?
Yeah.
They vanished a long time ago. Elegant Vapor in the UK, they vanished a long time ago as well. But I started getting...
the other one as well from Scotland, what were they called? I think they're still going.
Wales, Decadent Vapor.
No, I'm on about who did mods. Hardware.
Jack Vapor.
Jack Vapor.
Oh yeah, they're still on the go. Yeah, they still do starter kits, and
they're just about to release a brand new Vim tank.
Yeah, they are actually. Yep. And I just kept going, and now 8.5, practically 9 years later, God, I sound like a fucking dinosaur.
Your
now.
hair's thinned out a bit since then, hasn't it?
And it's going. see when I first before I went self-employed, this wasn't grey. Look at it now. Look, fucking look at that.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
the
it. Vic, wait
struggle's
till you
real,
hit puberty, son. You'll be alright.
Struggle is real.
I'm going bald at the
Look at
top,
it,
but I'm
look
not
at it.
going
Look
grey.
at that
It's
struggles,
the
bastard, real.
fucking beard. The beard's going grey, and it's annoying.
I'm blaming my grey hair on Grizz, because while we were sat on Vaping Misfits, my hair was fine. And then I shaved it all off, and it's literally come back silver.
Don't
See
blame me, blame Vic. Just blame Vic.
See what I was thinking
No,
of
'cause he
doing.
wouldn't do
What
an
I was
eyebrow.
thinking of doing is just shaving that off and doing a Lemmy, because all that's not great. It's just this bit here. Just go Lemmy and go like that and all the way up.
No, you need to shave your head and do the Heisenberg.
No.
Can I have 12 bottles of bleach, please?
I've actually had to start shaving mine right down to the skin now, because I used to be able to get away with, like, you know, like the buzz cut where it still looked dark, but now when it comes through, it's like it's fucking white.
See, I'm all right in the top. There's no grey hair. It's all down here at the fucking beard, which is annoying.
Obviously, with your haircut as well, Sean, you know what you'd really suit is like an orange jumpsuit.
Anyway, let's do the box away, because it's almost past. From
Yeah, that's because I'm just saying there because Mick has just said I haven't got any grey hair on my head. That's because you've done the same thing as I did.
Daddy
all
Warbucks.
So from our wonderful
Ladies and-
sponsors over at Geek Vape, we've got the Geek Vape Z Max tank, which is one of the later versions of the Geek Vape Z Max's 4mm and
Still
black.
really good.
We have got, and I didn't think I had any of these left. Fucking phenomenal little kit. This the Obelisk
That's the
60.
Obelisk, innit?
Yep.
60, is it?
Obelisk 60. What
Good.
colour's that? Stainless steel and blue. I thought I'd get rid of all these, but obviously I didn't. So that's from our wonderful sponsors at Geek Vape. From our other wonderful brand new sponsors of Chico Coils, we have got... Now his writing's almost as bad as mine.
Yeah.
It's like scribble, Fralian with a shitload of numbers. Don't know what the numbers mean, but there we are. They're big, chunky Fralian coils. Yeah, and
Beasts.
with lots of...
Absolutely cracking coils.
Really,
lots
really
of-
good coils, these. I've
Fucking
used them.
phenomenal
Really,
coils.
really good coils.
And from our other wonderful sponsors, Mr. Rochford Project, we have got the Midnight Oil, which is... No, that's Crimson Seed, which is their Midnight Oil and a bottle of Crimson Seed.
Lovely. Ladies
now
and
all
gentlemen,
we
while
need to
Vic gets it all lined up, don't forget the way you enter this is going to be shown around very shortly. But to get yourself an extra chance, which is not really an extra chance, but it just sounds really nice, make sure you put your thumb up and click that like button, because the likes really do help.
They do.
Vic, you've got to use catcock as the keyword.
Yeah,
You have to.
you have to.
Cat cock. Okay,
Cat
hold on.
cock.
Yeah, catcock.
But ladies and gentlemen, with an increased chance of winning the box away, press the like button. It does help. It doesn't help your chances, but it does help the channel.
So to
it helps the
enter-
UK.
To enter, type that in once only. No more than once. If you type it in more than once, you'll be automatically disqualified. Thank you.
Yes.
But
Get your
make sure
catcock in.
you get your cat cooking. But make sure you press that like button. I do want to say thank you to everyone for bringing in the questions. Look at that. I do want to say thank you to everyone for putting the questions in. And I'm sorry, I know there were a couple in there that we didn't get round to. If you haven't had your question read out this week, please do me a favour. Copy it, put it on a clipboard somewhere and save it for next week. We will get round to them. I do apologise.
And
Where
you do
Leighton comes back.
There's-
Where Leighton
yeah,
comes back and sees that
Aiden's going to be in
chat.
stitches when he sees all that.
Fucking brilliant.
How many likes are we on?
82.
82. And how many people are watching?
148.
Are you
according to
kidding
my
me?
screen.
Are you kidding?
Come on, get them likes in before Vic draws this.
Get your thumb on that thumb button.
If not, we're sending Vic round with the drummer boy.
Check chat. Aiden. Aiden, check chat.
Catcock.
But ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are liking the stream.
I am gonna be. I'll tell you now. I'm getting a T-shirt done with that. Little Bro Vape says catcock.
Don't worry about the replay with this keyword; it will be taken down.
Nah, the
But
keywords.
I can't believe I put that cat willy isn't something I think about.
The keyword's one word. The algorithm won't hook it.
So
So
we
if
sit here
people
and
are
go
going
cock-cock.
to Expo tomorrow, make sure you have an absolute fantastic time. If you're there on Saturday, me and Sean are going to be there. Please stop by and say hello to us. It's going to be a good old giggle.
So let's
Yes,
have a look
it
at the
is.
poll. We've had 177 votes. That was more than last time. 177 votes. 4% are still undecided. 18% have said yes. That's actually up from the last
That's
one.
quite
Not by
high,
much
to be
though.
honest. But higher than I thought it was going to be.
78% are saying no, but the yeses have went up since the last poll we ran. Just by a little bit. Just by a little bit.
When we did the show last night, Three Men and Vape Show, we were asking what the sort of floor plan was. And it was CC Coils were saying that it's actually shrunk.
It
Yeah.
has. It's not by much. It has shrank a little.
Well, it
Well,
shrank
there was
again.
some-
It shrank at the start, and then it shrank again, didn't it? I think it was at the weekend. He said they updated the floor plan again, and they've shrank it down again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 98 likes.
99 now, mate.
Yeah, Bunny, but I'm not going either, Bunny. Number one, I can't afford it, and number two, I can't afford it. That's why I'm not going.
I think that's a lot of people. I was lucky that obviously I conned him into jumping in a van and coming to pick me up, so I was all right. Do you know one thing it took? Were a bacon sandwich.
It's
Bacon
hard, though,
sandwich
you
and
know.
catcock.
I've got to be honest. It is going to be a strange experience, though. That the idea of going down there on the Saturday morning and coming back on the Saturday night and not going in the bar for a few drinks.
And there's going to be a
Still
lot
Not
of
gonna
people.
lie,
There's
it's
going to
really hard to do that as well. Sean, I used to do it for definitely on the Friday and Saturday. I used to drive there and back. So
Well, you don't want to leave, do you? You don't want.
No.
It's
you
one of them things. But
Yeah.
again, there's a lot of our people who like sort of our sort of side of the vaping community. We're not going.
Yep.
I used to do the full day on the Friday. So I used to do bang on early in the morning till like literally the death of the day on the Friday, and then the Saturday I'd do from first thing in the morning till like 4 or 5 o'clock on the Saturday. It's a long hard slog, and that was just the hour and a half or so it were from my house to Birmingham. So
Well, you've got 3 hours, haven't you, Sean?
2 seconds. I'm just trying to pull this fucking link up. Fucking Stuart's just put
Well,
that
you
drummer
just
boy
turned
link
into
in.
fucking Stevie Wonder again.
I have, and I've fucked my chat off.
But it is. It's but I do it all the time. I'm not going to go, and then it gets close to it, and your belly starts tickling. That you're not going to go to it, and you're not going to walk through them that first bit of them doors.
Yeah.
And get that expo smell.
I know. I'm pretty.
And
good.
that's what I want. I want to
We're
get that expo smell. I've got every single lanyard whichever one I've been to, and
Got all the lanyards. I mean,
I'm
this
at a birthday party.
is the first expo I've missed for 5 years.
yeah.
5 years now.
Yeah.
And for the people wondering, hold on, Vic, you can't afford to go to Expo, but you're going to Poland. There's a reason I'm going to Poland, because they're paying for everything.
And it's very cheap
why.
in Poland.
Yeah, and it's cheap. Well, I remember saying this in 3 Men in a Vape Show. I'm going to rant about it here because this is my channel and I do rant. So
Oh fuck, here
Fo-
we go.
£410 or something, £410 for the weekend at the Premier Inn, plus about £160 return trip on the train. So that comes out to what, £600? That's no cash in pocket for spending just £600 for the hotel and to actually get down there. Now, granted, the company over in Poland are going to be paying for the hotel stay for me for 4 days in Lublin, and for the flights from here to Luton, from Luton to Warsaw, and they're getting a taxi to pick me up at Warsaw. But I costed it out here. It's actually cheaper for me if I was to pay for it, because the hotel, which is the Grand Hotel in Lublin, is only £145. No, it's £150-ish. That includes breakfast for the 4 nights, and the plane
With
flights
your
are cheaper
accent,
than the
all
train.
I'm listening to is Lublin.
What?
Lublin. I'm stopping in a hotel in Lublin.
Lublin. Lublin. The Lublin. It's south of Warsaw. south of Warsaw, and it's like it's the fucking hotels. That's the problem with the NEC. It's the hotels they're ripping everybody off. Total fucking rip off.
It is. That's one of the hardest things, and I mean, at the end of the day, there will be so many people out there that can't afford to go this year, especially with the you know, we're in the middle of a frigging crisis with an affordability crisis and everything, and people are going to struggle, you know, and when the prices go silly like that, it's a bit of a piss take. Like,
but the thing is, I think number one, Premier are trying to put people off going there because they know the sort of trouble they've had before.
They don't like the vapors.
They don't like the vapors, and it can be again. I mean this in the nicest way. When we first ever went there, nobody went there. There were no actual. There were reviewers going there, but there was no sort of like. Subscribers going there, and now where it's come to a point of where there's loads of subscribers, loads of reviewers, and it's just jam packed. And I think they've sort of clicked onto this that's the place to go because it's walking distance.
Yeah, Stuart, I was thinking about that as well. Poland, especially where Lublin is, it's very close to the border of Ukraine. So if World War III does start, I'll be the first one to know about it.
Yeah, so we'll know.
Can you imagine that though, sending in first with a big fucking white flag going, whoa! Hold on a minute.
Vic, before you draw it, will you do me a favour?
What?
Will you say purple burglar alarm?
Purple burglar alarm. Right there, Adam. Right there.
Yeah, Queen Witch Sniffer. If I come to the expo on Saturday, can I get a hug off you both? Of course you can.
Just remember, Queen Witch Sniffer, when you actually walk up to Sean and Aidan, let them know who you are first. Just don't randomly walk up and try and argue.
Yeah.
Not to be honest with you, I'd quite like it.
You'll be able to smell the diabetes.
You smell the diabetes. The first expo I ever went to, I had this big burly bloke. Well, he's not actually that tall, but he's a bit of a chubby lad. And he'd come up and he went, "Hi, my name's Balls."
Sonic.
I'm up for a great weekend here.
Do you know what? That were crazy that weekend because it's like he did walk over to us with Andy Summerfield and everyone else, and he was just there. It was just there, and it was kind of like, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna say hello.
Because
anyway.
they forget that they've got these little like profile things, and they've got these
tiny.
And they come up and say the name. Hiya, I'm Dave. Hiya, Dave. I don't know who Dave is. And they'll look at you like really upset because you don't know who Dave is.
Yeah.
Do you know the entry for the giveaway? Is it case sensitive or not?
Nah, I don't think it is. As long as it's one word with no spaces in between it.
As long as you've got your cat cock right, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be
everyone's got the cat cocks in.
I'm going to be drawing this in 30 seconds, people. Type it once if you haven't typed it already. Drawing it in 30 seconds.
Also, make sure.
Woo! I can fly.
Put your thumbs up because we are currently sat with 151 people watching and we have 107 likes.
What's over?
Come on, you lot. It takes 2 seconds just to swipe up and press. Even if you're watching on your television on a Fire Stick or something like that, just press up, move over to thumby things.
To the thumbs and thumb it up. Thumb it up.
Army man Brad's got his cat cock out, so's Frog Prince.
Oh, Army man Brad, I absolutely love. He's so funny.
It was his birthday the other day, so happy birthday, Brad.
Happy birthday,
Brad. Nice one.
He's got such a dry sense of humour as well.
He has, yeah.
Martin, I'll put it up when it's my turn, but there is a link now in the description. Thank you. Very kind.
Right, I think we'll draw this now. So, let's do the draw, folks. For the people that don't know yet.
How many you got in?
It's for, we've got 89.
89.
We've got the Geek Vape Z-Tank in black. We have got, fucking love this little kit. I'm using one up in the studio. The Obelisk 60, phenomenal little bit of kit from Geek Vape. From our other sponsors, we've got some Freelians. Freelians with lots of numbers that coil builders will know about. To me, it just looks like some doctors tried to sign numbers at the back.
So they come out 0.2.
Oh, yeah, there's the
0.21.
There's the old
He's
there.
not been in tonight as well, and I must apologise. Last week, obviously, not
He's
last
not
week.
been
week
well.
before, I forgot to take the other sponsor off of the actual screen, so I do apologise for that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to send you the updated background.
Yeah,
that's
you're
why.
my own fault. I did everything else, but not that one.
Yeah, he's not been well. I think he put a post in the UK Vape Show chat saying that he's had a few health issues and that
Yeah.
he's
Get
gonna
well
be back
soon,
in at
Chico.
it.
Get well soon, Chico.
Chico, big love, brother.
From
Yeah,
our other
big love,
phenomenal
man.
sponsor, some Midnight Oil. Oh, good stuff. And of course, Crimson Seed. So let's do the draw for this. And the winner of this lot is... Ding,
Who's
ding.
the lucky catcock?
It's one of our regulars. Come on, there he is. That was quick. Scott Brune, who's obviously from Scotland with that last second name. So the question is, Scott, do you want it?
Do you want it?
Purple burglar alarm.
Purple burglar alarm. There you go.
Say there's been a murder.
Murder.
There has been a murder.
There's
Say
been a
that
murder.
it's greasy.
What?
Well, my mate from Scotland, he can't say greasy properly either. He goes greasy.
Greasy?
And he can't say pizza either.
Pizza?
Yeah, well, he is half Polish.
Ah.
He is actually half Polish. I'm not.
Scott,
I'm not lying.
He's
Scott, there he is.
exactly half.
So Scott
It's
Brune.
half.
It's a pizza.
Yeah, he said he wants it.
Oh, look at that. Stuart straight in there with the fucking info. See? Fucking love Stuart.
Fastest thing. I'm sure he's just got
Stuart put a link
clipboard.
in earlier on, and I've lost it, I think.
So,
He also
he
calls
needs-
them burgers.
burgers.
There you
He
go.
needs-
That's what he says as well. See, that must be the Scottish side.
Stuart,
So-
message me that link to the friggin' drummer
What,
boy
Vic doing
thing.
a,
I want to watch it.
Vic doing a drummer boy.
So,
Yeah.
Scott Brune, what you need to do, Scott, is do what Stuart said. Basically, send an email to me at victor@vapingwithvic.co.uk with your name and your address. And I'll get that sent out to you within the next couple of weeks. There we go. So, should we do the goodbyes before it hits 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
We
fun
will
show, that.
pick on Sean first.
Yeah, again, thank you very, very much, everyone in
Yes,
chat.
mate,
Chat's
cool.
been bouncing tonight. Big love to you three. Love casting with you guys every week. It's so much fun. Thank you very much to Spanners for keeping us safe and stuff. The Misfits, Misfits will be coming back possibly next weekend.
Oh, cool.
I was gonna try do it this weekend, but obviously need to have a chat with the guys. It'll possibly be coming back next weekend. Obviously, first show is going to be kind of doing because I've still got the Patreon box away to do for the charity live stuff, where there's actually two big packages. So anyone that's been on Patreon right from when we started it up till now, fucking hidden, right from when we started it up until now, even if you're not a member now, you're in with a chance. So get yourself over there. But other than that, big love, people. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and always remember, fuck shit and monkey tits. Bye!
And that was
Queen.
Sean Grizzly Vapes. Moving on to Eden.
Oh, I say pick on me. Big love to everybody. Thank you very much to the Spanners for looking after us and all that shit. Apparently, Sean, Ladies and gentlemen, please go and check out Urban LBV, which is I'm spanning it in there. We've dropped a new video there of me and Lou going to watch Mrs. Brown's Boys. Go and check it out. It is a bit of a giggle. I do repeat myself loads and loads for some family.
I can't wait for that. That's one that I'm going to watch when I get.
Yeah,
there.
Mrs. Brown Boys. It was absolutely brilliant, and I'm learning a little bit on this vlogging stuff, especially with the new gadget that I've got. So, big love. Go and check that out, and please make sure you come and check us out next week. We're going to tell you all about Expo, and we'll have another giggle, and we might bring a drummer boy.
And that was Aiden. Moving on to Adam.
Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? Thank you very much for filling our gaping sack, right? Because without you guys, we don't even have a show. To be fair, like, Grizz is the last one in, and he's absolutely shown us up by bringing in this Vic's proper job. And if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this show. So thank you very much. And I do, like I said earlier on, I do apologise for any ones that we didn't get round to. So if we didn't get round to them, please copy and paste it, put it on a clipboard on your computer, and then just pop them in, or on your phone or something like that. Pop them in the group for next week. and I will try to go over the ones that I've missed this week, ready for next week. Thank you very much to the Spanners. You are absolute legends. For the people who was asking, I have started a new channel. It's called What's That Behind You? It is a spooky
It's
slash...
3D printer.
It's a 3D printer. Or a
It's
candle.
a fucking palm tree.
It's a candle.
Does anybody notice
But-
as well he's got rid of his fucking unicorn behind the back of his head?
yeah.
No, it's there. I've just tilted the camera down. It's still there.
Nice.
But it's going down the occult and the horror and the spooky and everything else. I'm releasing new videos every Monday. The next Monday is one that's inspired by the wonderful Stuart Valentine. It's a spooky story about Australia.
Does it got to do with kangaroos?
Eh?
Does it got to do with kangaroos?
It hasn't got anything to do with kangaroos. It's the Blundell farmhouse. So it's going to be a bit of a different one. I'm going to do a bit of a story-based one. It's that
Oh
kangaroo
my
that's
god,
looking for
I want
it.
one of them so bad.
It's
That
that
fucking
kangaroo that
brilliant.
I'm going to be doing it
Kangaroo
about.
bollocks.
But I want to say a big thank you to everyone. Thank you to the rest of the casters, and I wish you stroked my sack like that. Thank you very, very much, and I love you lots. Bye.
And
That just needs a cat cock, and that'll finish it off.
Do you know what? Sorry, Vic, just before we leave, right? Do you know what I've always wanted to know? You know, they talk about Yeti, not Yetis.
I'm worried
What
now.
they're called? Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Bigfoots have got like a normal willy like men, or have they got like one of them like what you've got behind back here, like dog willies?
What, with a bulb on?
Yeah, like a bulbous spot, you know, just,
Yeah, there, who's
just a
got a dog
lipstick
knob?
or like a
Who's got
proper
dog
willy.
cock? Who's got a dog cock behind him?
Do you know what, right? You've just given me
Who's
a
got a
right
dog
idea for
cock
next
behind
week's
him?
video. Sorry, Stuart Valentine, I'm not going to be doing that video. I'm going to be doing the anatomy of a fucking Bigfoot.
Do you think he's got a slong, or he's like just like a little?
Does it go down or does it go up?
Fuck.
Is it a dangle or is it one of them that are like stitched to the stomach like a dog?
It's not that there, just
dangly.
about to eat, and you go, "Where's your balls, son?" Sorry, Vic. Anyway, so goodbye.
Anyway, that was episode 325 of the UK Vape Show. A big thank you to Sean Grizz, to Adam RetroVapeTV, and of course to Aidan, Mr. Little Bro Vape Reviews. Massive thanks to the Spanners for keeping everyone in line in chat. Big thanks to Stuart for the links, of course, because he's phenomenal with the links. And a massive thanks to everyone who's watching the show and who takes part in the show. If you are going to the UK Vapor Expo this coming weekend, I hope you have a phenomenal time. I won't be there, but Sean Grizz and Aidan Little Bro Vapes will be there on Saturday. Don't forget to walk up and shake their hand and buy Aidan a pint and stuff like that. But that's it from us. And that will basically see you next week, where we'll be getting all the info from this weekend's expo from Sean and Aidan. That's it from us, folks. We'll see you all next week.
Yes. Our reporters
Big
in the
love,
field.
Bye.
Big love,
Fist
people.
slaps.
It's got a dog stick.
Knobs! Fuck's sake.
And...